we're back out here at it again. Got some of these Lambos out here, and we got our 2 imports out here. So I'm gonna mess around with those a little bit. See if they're still working right. Haven't really been able to make any headway with the Civic, even though people are running 5.4s with them. So I can't seem to get mine to do it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The thing just either spins or just kind of falls on its face. I can't really get it worked out. So it's one of those weird launching cars that I hate. We'll see if there's anybody out here tonight. Bunch of tunes dropped on YouTube. Looks like they buffed the Charger and the F-150, I think, because people put up tunes for it. So I might try tuning those if I have them. But those are going to be like 5.5 cars, like mid to 5.5 cars, probably. The old Charger. Maybe I'll see if I can do anything with the Civic. But let's see what we got out here. Racing. Get into a race real quick. Probably going to see a lot of Lambos out here now because those tunes dropped on YouTube. Even though I've been using a tune that I tweaked after the cars got nerfed, and I've been working off of that, and now it got rebuffed. So it's probably going to be a lot of fast Lambos out here now. I got a better time, but I didn't get a tree. I got to turn this up a little. There's a lot of these Lambos out here running the small rims, like the little 13s and stuff. Yeah, my car didn't even work. That pass, it lagged out. Something lagged it out. I'm not going to race that guy again. I don't know what happened on that one. See if I can get a decent pass out of this thing. I don't want to get stuck in the Lambo again all night like I did last night. Can't remember what I was trying to do. I think I was just trying to get on the leaderboard. My second gear, for some reason, wasn't right. Seems like it's taking too long. This car wasn't that fast either. See if I can get this shifting dialed in. Might be a lot of people out here, I guess, because it's a holiday. Might be a crowded server. I don't know why my car is so slow. Try a different one. Got a spare. Got a couple spares. Unless I actually tried to nerf the Lambo again or something. And that's why somebody put a tune out for it. So if they did that, then mine is probably not going to be as good. But they're gonna have to nerf him anyway. That one seemed to launch better. Got the 43. Not getting those really good trees like I was yesterday. Part of the problem is that when you put up races all the time, I think it can give you a disadvantage putting up the race as opposed to jumping in someone else's race. And you've got guys that are just, like I say all the time, like they're just sitting here mashing the refresh button, waiting for someone to put up a race. And then they're jumping in races and not putting up races. Now we got the box Nova. But the way our Lambo's running, unless it was just a freak thing, maybe it'll start working for me. Just seemed like it wouldn't shift right. Yeah, see, 544 is not what I'm looking for, and that the RT is crappy too. Let's see what happened to him. He may have just left. I'm gonna have to wait for him to clear. It could be one of these where he doesn't want to leave and I gotta sit here because he doesn't want to lose his 50K. which looks like could be the case. There he finally. I don't know why they took so long. Because he ran 5:49, but yet it took that long for the race to register. I don't know what that was. I mean, he was right here. So I don't know why that took so long. Which is just the game, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of people on the game because there's not a line of races sitting here. I guess we'll try a couple more in this, and then try a couple of them other cars, and then I might build an F-150, and there's Nocturnal, if that's him. He's the one that put up the new Lambo tune. But like I said, I'm using basically the same one. He had a bad red light, I think. I don't think his device, whatever he's doing, I don't think it's compatible with how my game works. Because I've tried his tunes and they normally never work for me. Some of the parts work. He red lit again, so it's kind of strange. He's redlining by 0.06, which is very weird to me. Like he's super laggy, is what I would guess. Because how are you gonna red light by that much? It doesn't make any sense. Assuming that's him, but can't assume it's him because people steal each other's names. So I think we're going to run this. Going to try the see if anyone's putting up races. So my Lambo doesn't seem that fast, but maybe a little bit later when there's less people, it might get better. I'm going to try this and get Reaper out here. I'm going to try I got to turn on my volume. See if I can get this. I guess I'll start calling the RSX. It's easier than Integra. If I can just be patient on first gear. Yeah, see that first gear cable just doesn't want to wind up. Even though I got a 47, You got the 53. Is that the box or is that a different Nova? That's not the other Nova, is it? I'm gonna have to look at the dealership because they're very similar. This first gear really is tough though. See, that time it just spun. But I think we got lag. Yeah, because my car ran at 43. I think we got lag because he red lit and my car just spun. So I think that was a laggy hookup. Because that launch didn't work at all on my car. And yet I still ran a 43 and you got a crazy 60 foot. But you pretty much have to wait on that first gear. And I tried turning it up so the first gear winds up faster, but then the car is not as fast. So, and I can't seem to get first and second to sync up, right? When I put too much first gear on it. So it's kind of, it's just a tricky car to launch. Because you're trying to get that tree, so you're trying to let go, but then you have to hesitate. That's always hard, especially when it's only a slight hesitation. When it's, when it's like the Z28 or something where it's a big long rebound, that's a lot easier to deal with than a slight hesitation. So we got the Civic, no name. See, I hesitated a little that time, but not as much, but I still pulled off a 44 somehow. But it would be better if I could wait for that first gear to come down more. But that's a good pass for that. Compete with some Lambos with that. Uncle Ruckus, he's in a Civic. Probably see Lambos and Civics out here because those tunes dropped. But I've been running mine since pretty much throughout. My Lambo. See, I was good on first, but then I was too early on second. Still managed to get a 47. His Civic's better than mine. So I'll just throw my Civic out there real quick. I think it was barely getting into the 5.5s the way I left it. It's got that bouncing first gear. But if this is a good Z28, I'm not gonna be able to run with this thing probably. And I don't know what his deal was, but I only ran a 568 in that, so that first gear is really. I had it in the 5.5s. I don't really know what to do with it right now, though. All right, so I think we'll move on. I should have an F-150. I'm pretty sure that's the car that I saw. That somebody put a tune-up for. I think this is an 8th car. It's got bars on it. Let's see. Yeah, this is an 8th car. I only run 8th. Let's see if I have another one. And the other car I'm looking for is the Charger. I am running out of space here, so I'm going to have to choose wisely. If they buff something I don't have, even though I don't really use the majority of these cars. Let's see. Let's see if I had the big Charger at the bottom of the pile here. Yeah, I got one. Okay, so I got this. And I got the F-150. What's going on, Reaper? I thought the Ferrari already ran 5.4, because I ran one a long time ago. I don't know if it was when it first came out and somebody was running 5.4 in it, but maybe they were a hacker or a tester or something. But no, I don't. Or wait, which Ferrari are you talking about? Are you talking about the new Ferrari? Or what is that other one they had? You must be talking about the new one, because I don't think you're talking about, where the hell is that thing? About this thing. I've never even seen anyone use this. Yeah, the exotic. Well, the thing ran low 5.5s, didn't it? I never set mine up because I didn't want to put bars on it, I think. I think I'm going to change this car, make that car look normal. So I hate looking at that tire poke. Should have a Ferrari in there somewhere. I could try running mine as is, see what it does, but it doesn't have bars on it, so I don't know what it's going to do now. The thing might just wheelie now if they made it faster. Yeah, the F-150, the Charger, the Trackhawk was buffed. The C10 was buffed a little while ago. I usually just look at the YouTube tuners and see what cars they put up tuned for. That's how I know. The 5th gen Camaro was buffed. That's the Camaro that I really never even used throughout the whole game. It doesn't look like anybody put up a tune for this, so maybe not too many people know about it yet. Or maybe the YouTube tuners didn't figure it out yet. Let's see what it does. Yeah, how do you find out about all this stuff? I'm gonna turn that volume down a little. Yeah, that seems like a pretty quick pass for my car. I don't think it normally runs that fast. I think it's normally in the low 6s. It doesn't launch the same either. There's no borrows. This thing was really hard to keep on the ground though, to get this thing to launch. It'd be a shame to screw it up. Definitely launches different though. It never used to have that double bump like that. So it's definitely launching harder. Looks like it was getting a better 60. I just don't know if I want to. I have the tune saved. I should. I don't want to put bars on it though. And I have a feeling you probably have to. Let's see. So this car. I'm just going to turn this car up to around there. See what it does. And I probably should have tried it before though, because I don't remember what it ran before. I don't know if it was buffed a little or not. It gets up to 250. It only ran 65. I didn't really shift it right. I don't remember it launching like that, with that bounce launch. Let's see what it did before. Looks like the weight could be set back on it. The hell did I just press? Now I got a freaking ad. Somehow I must have pressed something. Come on, how do I get rid of this? These ads are freaking retarded. It's funny when they show you people playing this game and they're really bad at it, so they try to make you think, oh, I could do way better than that. Yes, I win. Ooh, how do you get out of this ad? What is this? What the hell, man? What did I press? Why does it say 2x rewards? 5 races left. What the hell is this? Alright, so I think I'm going to put 35 on this. Yeah, see, this is back when the cars only had 25. They wouldn't go to 24. Let's see. It's got a pro charge. I don't know if this thing will go, how fast this thing will actually go. See, what is it? Daytona will do like 253, I think. This car is basically a carbon copy of that. Move the bars out. Let's see. I don't really want to go into a tuning session on stream though. $253, $560. Let's try putting the weight back one. See, when you put the weight back, you don't get that crazy double bump. I'm going to try moving the bars down, because this thing seems like it's getting up in the air. got a little better. Yeah, but basically setting the weight back is really the same thing as lowering the bars. That's why it went back to the double bump launch. So and it didn't wheelie as much on that one. Just that double bump. I don't know what's going on with that RT. This car is probably going to need less. A lot of these older cars that they buff are really easy to tune. So that time I didn't get the double bump. Just barely getting the 5.5. So it seems like it's kind of in between the double bump and the single bump right now. I guess we'll just leave that for now. The only F-150 I have is this 8th one. Let's see, we got a Pro Charge, got 35. Let's see, what should we do here? Like 250. That's going to be just put it on 80. Just leave it like that. Just gonna do that. I'll leave that. Do this. I'm gonna stretch the bars out. This weight is way back on this thing. Let's see what this thing does. It looked like it was going a little sideways. This thing sits really low. 556. Let's see. Just a little wheelie. So, wonder if it could go forward a little. So it doesn't hit so hard on the launch. Sometimes these things will just automatically do that double bump or that single bump launch if you have the bars right. See, this has a kind of like an in-between. It's trying to do it in second gear. So maybe it needs more first gear. It didn't do it that time. $52. Didn't get a good RT though. That ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Doesn't do that double bump or single bump or anything. It still runs a low 5.5. Seems like it might do more top end too. The 60 is really good the way I have it set though. Let's see if it'll stretch out a little. About the same. So the gears could probably be tweaked on this thing, but that's pretty good for being about 5 minutes work. Yeah, but like I said, these older cars are pretty easy to retune when they get buffed. There's kind of a basic way you can tune them, and they just work. This car probably needs a little more tweaking. I don't think I want to break my Ferrari though. it most likely will need bars to get into the 5.4s, I'd guess. So if I mess with that launch, I try to get it launched normal, the thing is probably going to wheelie. That could be another project for another day. So I think we'll let's take some of our other cars out. Get away from the meta cars. I still have this extra Nissan Z if I need space, but I haven't really tested it. This one is a nitrous. Let's see what that thing does. Just take some of my regular fleet out. But for the most part, all these cars that they're buffing, you still never see any of them in the lobby. It's all meta cars. It was Z's, and now it's Lambos, and now it's going to be Civics because that tune came out. People are going to see that. And the Integra, that's pretty much what you see out here. You still see Z28s. What car did I have? No, this thing. So if we leave the import front wheel drive on here, we're going to get cars that we can't compete with. So for our regular cars, we would have to do that. Got a Lambo and Integra. Can't imagine what 35 by 10.5 is. That's a weird setup. Lambo, Integra, Lambo. Probably. Everybody's jumping on that new tune that got put up. See if I can find anything else. But see, that's the thing. You know, you buff these cars, but you can't use them. You can't compete with anything with this out there. This, even if you put it on only American, you get killed by Z28s and 3 or 4 other cars. This thing runs low 5s, but even still, there's half a dozen cars that'll 5.4, even in the American cars. So, but no one's going to use it. They're going to use this and this and this now, and that's the meta. And if you do only American, you might see boxes. Yeah, see, he wasn't in box, no, he was in a different Nova. That was Reaper, right? So was that buffed? The other one? this thing I really want to... I actually made another tune for this thing that I think I'm going to just throw on here so it doesn't look so ridiculous. And then this is the American Meta. Those colors don't look too bad. I'm just going to throw 30s on here by 16. See, it's a turbo. Might have to change those gears. See this thing, to get rid of that pulk, you need to do this. I just want to get this off the ground. It's going to make this car look a little more normal. This thing will probably run around at 5.7, like this. And bars are dragging. Probably need to raise the back since I moved the weight back. Okay, so I'll do that. How's that still hitting the bars? That's actually not a horrible launch. 565. Oh yeah, that's right. I was running in no bars on my other phone. That's why I'm like, what's going on with these bars? It's just slightly higher and back. I mean, to make it higher and back because I don't want those tires to poke out. Just a little wheelie at a time. That's a pretty good time for this setup. Let's see. Okay. I'm actually mimicking this after someone's car that I know. Okay, we're going to go with red. Need to change the wheels. What the hell? The hell just happened to my game? Those stupid ads somehow just blew out my game. I hope I didn't lose all that work I just did on that car. Yep, I lost it all. This game. I think I'll go with the black bars. Go with the shiny hoop. think this is where it crashed. Why doesn't that work? I can't copy the... See if my tune is still on here. .62. The thing will almost run 5.5 like this. But the problem is that those stupid rear tires still poke, which I don't want. So we can raise the car, we can raise the stiffness. And then we'll have to lower the bars, probably. And we'll have to move the weight back. Okay, the poke's gone. See what this car does now. Get some wheelie. Yeah, see now it's 570 because the back is so high. So we can get rid of some of this, I think. Maybe lower the bars. What's up, Kaylin? Just building this Cougar here. I don't want it to launch like that. You got no limit? Nice. I think I need to raise these bars back up too. I don't mind if the car gets up off the ground. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I don't know, my favorite car. Actually, I like this Cougar a lot. And I like, ignoring how fast they are, I like the Nissan Z. I like the Evo. There's a lot of cars I like, really. Kind of hard to pick a favorite. Yeah, it's kind of hard, really. Pick a favorite. Okay, now I gotta put all this stuff back. So we're going like this. It's gonna be hard to race other cars for big money now. With all these meta cars. If I want to race the Evo, I can't race that. I can't race that. That's pretty much going to be the best matchups I can get there for the Evo. Otherwise, I'm going to get beat up on. There's a 16 and a half. That's an Integra. Alright, man, if you want to race, let me know. We can race. Doesn't matter, if you got a decent car. Doesn't matter what we race. Looks like this is a little laggy. Might just be because it's a first race. After I did all that stuff. $55. What is that? Is that just the regular Datsun he's got? Yeah, because the Prestige one, you can't change anything, right? I didn't know that thing could run 5.5s. $552 in that car, and that's not the what's that car called? Wait, yeah, that's the regular one. So that car was buffed, because that car couldn't run that before. Maybe all the imports were buffed. But my Evo doesn't seem any faster. It's a little better pass for the Evo. What happened on the tree there, Reaper? Yeah, how do you know all these cars get buffed? You must have some inside info. I guess they probably talk about it in the global chat too. Alright, I'm not gonna race this car anymore. Seems like they're just buffing everything. They must be really hurting trying to get people to play if they're just buffing everything. It's kind of risky, but okay, that's what I wanted to race. Z28. Seems like my Nissan Z is working a little better lately than it was. Triple zero and the 5, but I didn't get the 5.4, which is what I should be getting with a 60 like that. I didn't get the 5.4. I think I must have been looking at my 000. Let's see. Yeah, see, they didn't post about any of these cars that they buffed. What the heck happened? Did my stream die? I thought I had more views than that. All right, we got the Integra. And if his Integra isn't crazy fast, and my Nissan Z gets a good pass, it could be close. His front tires are not poking, which is usually what you need. Now he just got too far out in front of me. Both slow passes. My pass was horribly, horribly slow. I don't know what that was all about. It seemed like my car was like magnetized to his car because it ran pretty much the same. Yeah, see, his car doesn't look like it has the super fast setup on it. That should be a good one for me. Nope, only a 551. But look at that tree. I'm getting those scary trees where I'm almost gonna red light. And he got a horrible tree. And a 552. Got Oz Outlaw out here. And what is that? The 26 by 10.5 Integra? Good to see Oz Outlaw back out here racing. I don't know what kind of pass that was for him, but that was a slow pass for me. Got one of them crazy double O trees again. Hopefully I won't start red lighting. That's a good number for 10.5 Integra though. For him. Yeah, it looks like my car's borderline red light. Got the crazy 46 though. That's a good pass, but I might have to put delay on this car. See if he wants to go again. Go for the best out of 3. Really not an even matchup though. If he's not running the fat tires on the Integra. My car got stuck on the line on that one. Got stuck in the slop. He got the 550. Alright, good races with Oz. Are you talking about the MK4 Reaper or the MK3? They're saying they buffed the MK3 too? Because I thought you said the MK4 and the Datsun. Because mine are like my MK4 and Datsun. I think they're low 5.6 cars. I don't know, it's going to be kind of crazy if they keep buffing these cars, though, until they get them all done. I fell asleep on the light on that one. He didn't get a very good tree either. It just looked like he was way out ahead of me. Yeah, so as long as they don't have a stupid fast Civic or Integra, I could actually put this car out there, but not against Lambos. And my car got stuck in the mud in that one. That's what happens with that car sometimes. Gets stuck in the mud. Yeah, so you're saying so it sounds like all the, well, this just came out, so that's not going to get a buff, I wouldn't think. This car has not gotten a buff, because mine is exactly the same. This has not gotten a buff. So you're saying that the MK3, I haven't checked to see if my Skyline's any different. This car got a big buff. Haven't tried the Eclipse, but I have my doubts that it got buffed. Same for the Evo. So he's saying this car got a buff. And the Integra obviously is one of the meta cars, and then this. So they went through about half of the imports, it looks like. Maybe I'll take out my I'll take this out. Take this out. I don't have bars on mine, so that thing might wheelie now. Let's see, what else am I looking for? Okay, we'll take this out. And we'll take the Datsun out. So I have 99 cars. And I think I only have one. I think I only have one of these. But if these cars were buffed, these cars are really sketchy launching cars. So these cars could be totally broken depending on how they buffed it. Yeah, this thing has got a lot more power out of the hull. So that thing, that's going to need a retune. But this car's probably going to launch the same way. And this car's already, it's spinning, so it's going sideways. So this is going to spin just like my Datsun. So that car's not going to work. Can't remember, was it doing 250 with his? Let's see what this does to the launch. It's still spinning. If I try moving the weight back to get this thing grip, it's gonna wheelie. Seemed like it had more in it at the top end too. It's still spinning. What's going on in Texas? It's not as bad with the spin. Okay, it didn't look like it tried to go sideways that time, but that could mean it's going to wheelie. No, it's still spinning. Yeah, Woody Racing, Texas. Apparently they buffed a lot of cars. So I'm guessing taller tires, wheelie bars. This car's probably going to need all that. Oh yeah, you're still racing that S550, huh? One of these days they're going to buff that car, and it's going to be faster for you. Oh, see, I used to have 27 on this. I got this thing. Why do I have them tires like that? Give it a little. Yeah, they're buffing a lot of cars, so. This car has a pretty tight gear spread on it. I don't think these tires are going to poke. This car's got weird suspension on it. So, not really sure where to go with this. That's close on that launch. But the thing's starting to get up in the air. Let's see, it does not have launch control. No, there's no way. You're telling me I'm not going to be able to get those tires underneath? Those little tires, I can't even get under there. going on, Joey? No, it's not a Fiero. There's no Fiero. What am I going to do about that rear tire poke? That's so stupid. I'm going to have to go with shorter tires. Let's see if I can go one more on the weight. This is a Mark IV. No, I can't even think of what it is. Let's see if I can get rid of that tire poke. Yeah, they buffed the track hawk, so you should be happy with that. These tires just barely poke now. This car's a bit squirrely. Yeah, that's good. 5.6. You want to race this thing? Damn it. What am I pressing? Closing the game. What am I clicking to do that? Where was that? Yeah, this car isn't really tuned or anything. I'm just kind of in the middle of it, just to see what I need to do. what's this button here? This 2x reward button. Okay. I definitely don't want to click that anymore. The stiffness on this car is crazy. So why is he going silence when I lowered the rear stiffness? I kind of want this car to work a certain way. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with a null bar on this though. I don't know what I want to do with this thing. This thing's getting worse. This tune doesn't make any sense. I think that's a project for another time. Let's see what this does. Not seeing any difference in the in this car, MK3. This car runs exactly the way it did. Maybe, I don't know, maybe slightly. It's hard to tell because I have this no bar set up. Might be better in the top end, but the launch. If they gave this car a better launch, this car would have. I would think this car would have broke on the launch for the tune that I have on here. Sometimes it gets up in the air. There's too many cars to screw around with right now. Too many. They're just buffing everything. When really they should have buffed these cars a long time ago, years ago. As soon as the cars started running 5.5s, they should have been buffing the other cars right at that point. But they waited so long. Now they're just a barrage of buffed cars. But most of them are not buffed enough to be competitive. See, he's got a no bar. Why did I press my nitrous so much? I just got like huge lag on that pass. want to try this. This. Try this. Try this. I haven't raced this in a while. Ooh, that's an exotic. That's not good. That's fine. Let's see if my YouTube's keeping up. Yeah, if you want to race that that track hawk, just drop a code. I'll bring a car. I'll bring a car that's like even with it. If you want to do pro tree, hopefully. Actually, I'll just grab this thing. This car was running a little better than that, though. Yeah, actually, I have a track hawk that I built. I'm not exactly sure what I got it to run. It was somewhere in the 5.5s. This F-150 I just threw together, and it ran low 5.5s. So I don't know if it was lucky or what. Screwed up my shifts. Alright, let's see that 5.5. I didn't notice what I ran right there. Is my car smooth on your screen? Or does it jerk around a little bit when you race me? That was weird. It looked like my whole car came off the ground. That's at one point in that race. I don't know what that was. It looked kind of weird. Just look at this for a second. See, something happened right there. See where my tire comes up through the bed right there for some reason. All of a sudden, whoop. I don't know what the heck that is. I picked up on that though. I think it's just my car settling, I guess. Holy cow, 551. That's a good setup I threw on there. Yeah, it's just we're hitting those numbers in practice because a lot of times you take a car out live, it's not gonna, it might not be as good. It could be the connection, it could be your connection, it could be the connection between me and you is not good. Let's see what your car looks like. Seems like you're getting I don't know. Maybe you need to get a little more wheelie out of it. Because maybe it's the bars are dragging too much. Because you're just getting like a little baby wheelie and then it comes down right away on that. I don't know, maybe raise the bars a notch. It might help. That's just a guess. Let's see what my track ended up with. Because I just threw a quick tune on mine. I think mine was like a high 5.5. Here, I'll just exit out of this. Yeah, see, I've got 35s on mine. You've got 33s. Looks like you got the baby tires on the front, so that should be fine. Can't remember what mine launched like. What the heck happened to my tree? Man, let me look at my car real quick. Looks like mine's getting way too much wheelie. Yeah, I might have to lower my bars, actually. Because I've got the 35s. My car's kind of hanging up there in the air. Oh, I see. So you're getting yellow bar now. Let's see, I'm going to try. I'm going to try lowering my bars one. Yeah, I mean, if you're like borderline yellow bars, that's going to make it hard to get consistent passes. Either your connection or your phone. What the heck is wrong with the launch? The car's launching weird, even though I ran a 56. This car's got a weird launch. Damn, having that stupid thing there where you could click it and then you go into those ads. That's really annoying having that there. Because you could easily touch that thing and you're screwed. And you go into a whole ad campaign. Yeah, see, I think I'm just not catching it right. Or maybe with the bars lower, maybe it can go back a little on the weight. I'm not getting that good bump launch, but it's not too bad. I don't know if it'll go faster or not. I may have tried this already. So that gave me an 81 first gear. Yeah, I think that's better. That's a better launch. Looks like it'll go 251. And at the 81, I think is better than first gear. There's actually a tune for this on YouTube, but I didn't use it. Yeah, this car launches pretty good. I missed it that time. It's got a slight like hitch in the launch that you gotta catch. I could probably change first gear slightly and get rid of that. I'm pretty happy with that, the way it is right now. I could probably, if I went, let's use 81, right? 310. If I went into 81, that might be too much. Yeah, see that kind of gives it that weird bounce. I'll stick with the 310. So that car is not bad. I think I like that better. All right, so if anybody's out there that wants to race, just let me know. Just gonna try some other cars. I think I was about to race this 31 by 21. That seems like that kind of has a hacker feel to it. Running 31 by 21 NT. That seems a little sus to me. forgot we get Lambos with this car. So you can't really race the Porsche in the lobby, or you're gonna get a Lambo. Pretty much all the exotics. Because you're gonna have a Lambo jumping on you. Even though I just gapped them hard. A slow Lambo. Looks like he has smaller wheels on the back than he has on the front. The rim size. No, he went for the red light. He went for the tree that time. I got a 53. That's not bad. I'll give him another chance. His car is all over the place. Kind of hard because I can't even hear my car. I got good shifts. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's all over the place. I'll take the money, I guess. He's trying to get his shifts down or something. I want to try and go through some more cars, though. I'm getting good shifts here. There we go. Huge pass for the Porsche. The 000 with the 548. I got a feeling there was some lag in those races though with that guy, because his car was running like garbage. Now all of a sudden I pop off with a 48 with a 000 660 260. I mean, it's capable, but that's a pretty kind of out of ordinary pass for that. Maybe one out of every 20 or so passes I'm going to get that. Okay, so this car, I'll let in that. I don't really want to race a Lambo, even though I would take one on with this. Just the noise. Let's bump it up to 50. And we got Reaper. in his F-150. Let's see if I can get past in this thing. The 49, not too bad. He's got the no bar F-150. I know you can run no bars on those cars. Those version 198 or whatever they were. You can do no bar on them. I just happen to put bars on mine. And my first gear is nowhere. It's taking way too long. That's not a good matchup, though. If my car was running what it should, that's not going to be a good matchup. I want to see what this guy's running. Oh, he's got a Gremlin with 31s. If this thing beats my car, it's a no bar, big rim, 31 by 21 Gremlin. I would bet this thing is going to beat us, even if I run a good 5.4. Yeah, look at his car just disappear. That car ain't that fast. That's a hacker. I'm not going to waste my time with that. Yep, I called him. I called it. He probably ran like a 545 and that, or better. I should have looked to see how far out he was on me on the replay. But his car just disappeared about half track and the thing just took off. Usually when you see someone running short tires like that in an oddball car, like with a, big rim, something weird like that, you pretty much know what you're and they're running NT. That's probably the same hacker that's been out there for the last few days. Yeah, Reaper, give someone else a chance to race me, if you don't mind. Jumping into all my races. And my shifts are all over the place. What? Oh, did I misread that? I thought that was Reaper. How did I misread that? guarantees. I'm gonna have to go back to the replay on this one. What car was that? Come on, YouTube. Oh, okay, it was Nocturnal. So it looks like Nocturnal's working on an MK4 tune, if that's him. I think I saw the EA in there. I just read that as Reaper because I saw the E. All I saw was the EA in there. I should race that nobody in a Lambo. He's probably maybe watching the stream. Let's take my number one Lambo out. Someone raced him. I'm pretty sure that guy, that hacker, had. Pretty sure he had a Gremlin. I remember racing hacker Gremlin. All these people getting these 39s. Maybe he saw I was looking for him. He's not coming back. Okay, let's try. Let's try this. So we're going to go to 20. Just run it like that. See what we get. There's Reaper. Yeah, I was saying when he came in, I was like, let me race somebody else. And it wasn't even him. It was Nocturnal, if that was actually Nocturnal, and not somebody using his name. TRX was run 550. Yeah, didn't I run 550 in my TRX? I think I did. I think I tuned that. I think I tuned that on stream. close race, 009. Two hundredths difference. Let's see if I can get my trademark 549 in this. Yeah, it's no problem, Texas. Just let me know. Let me know if you want to race or something. Can't seem to get a 5.4 in this thing. All right, good races. Oh, there's nobody. Where's my Lambo? So look how low his car is too. He's got the front tires clipping. He didn't do any burnout. This is definitely the same guy that I was racing. There ain't no way on earth a gremlin's beating that. Sorry. He was out of car on me. And he was way, like, he didn't even tree as good as me. I only got a 50 tree. I had a half a car on him, and then he just disappeared, and then he slowed down because he was trying to stay under the hack. It was pretty good for him to pull that off. Somehow he pulled that off without getting an HK. He had to be really close. He may have gotten a better tree, and it just looked like I got a better tree. It doesn't say, what does that say when somebody trees you? He probably doesn't want to race me again because he's probably sending me a message saying no, some bullshit like he said last time, trying to convince me that his car is actually legit. Yeah, whole shot. Yeah, see, he wrote me some bullshit message. He's gonna try and like give me some bullshit. Oh, where'd it go? What happened to the message? Let's go, let's race. I'm wasting my time. wasting my time with your stupid hacker gremlin. Nocturnal. Trying to tune that that thing's high and back. He's got no bars. I guess he's got tall tires. I'll have to look, see what kind of size tires he's got. I missed first gear. He's got yellow bars. He ran a 47 with 103 of the yellow bars. That's a lag pass. He wasn't even anywhere near me on the screen. And the game corrected right there. That's where it actually was. He's lagging though. Assuming that's him, because it could be someone using his name. I messed up my shifts. You see, that pass, he wasn't anywhere near the other pass. So that's some wholesale lag there. Hopefully that's not him. Oh, I want to race this guy again. Somebody got him. To see if I made sure I was still connected. Here's another NT with a lambo. I haven't raced this guy in a while. I can't seem to hit my shifts on Lambo tonight, though. Great, I screwed up my stage. My car is like a 43 machine. My last three have been 4.3. I think one of them was a 4.37. It's like my car is a robot. I didn't really get the good shifts either. I was off. He doesn't seem like he wants to stage. He wants to, like, be on the last bump for some reason. I got him good that time. Another 43. The 43 machine. I'd like to see a 5-3. All right. Probably not going to be on much longer, so I might as well just take the big dogs out. Take this out. Take this. Trying to see if I can get a good 5-4 in that thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to try this nitrous Z too. I guess I can take this thing out just for the heck of it. I think we'll drop down to 20. We got the long bed S10. Let's see what this runs. Actually fixed my nitrous button. That was a weird launch. What the heck was that? That was a really weird pass for that. What is the BMW? Is that an exotic? Or is that an import? Can't remember. Yeah, it's an import rear wheel. See if I can get that car to work. I got those Ronin wheels. I always meant to get that Ronin car just because I thought it was cool. Got Reaper in the other Nova. I don't know if it's a Nova or if it's a Chevy 2. So I guess they buffed that too. This car is not working right. Seems like it's broken. So they buffed the other one of those. Because that's the one with the straight bumper. It doesn't have the license plate thing on it. This car doesn't seem to be working though. $55. That was a 001 race. That was a good race. All right, good races. Reaper's coming out here with all these fresh cars. All these cars they buffed. So if I want to keep up, there's might be about 6 cars out there that I need to mess with. I want to try this thing. Can't remember if I was on 20 or 50K. Oh, we actually got someone besides Reaper and Nocturnal. There's actually other people out here. I just want to see if this nitrous Nissan works, because it wasn't that great for a while. Here's another tentative stager. What the fuck? There has to be some kind of glitch where the freaking light glitches when you do that. There has to be some kind of red light glitch. Why you sat like that? That's annoying. Sometimes you sit there for 5 seconds before the light goes off, and it, like he's waiting. I go in, he goes in, immediately the light goes off. That makes no sense. People can't just go in and like stage when they're ready. It seemed like I got a good launch out of this car, but it doesn't seem like it's as fast as the turbo setup that I have. So he's got the old Nova, not the middle Nova this time. With the red light, I got a 50. Yeah, so what is that? The 69 Nova got buffed. I think I already knew that. I think I already retuned mine. I just never use it. This car seems like it won't run a 5.4 though, like the turbo. Yeah, chased him down again, it looks like. Another 5.0. It gets to 60, but it, for some reason, maybe it's not getting the top end. Alright, so that's 2. If you're going for best 2 out of 3. Alright, good races. See if the hacker's still out here. Doesn't look like the regulars are on the global chat. Oh, that's the guy I wanted to race. The guy with the TikTok name. Oh, shit, I gotta turn my volume down. So he's got the small rim Lambo. That's his red, right? Ooh, we got a 41. All right, you built a TRX? Texas, yeah, I have a TRX. It was pretty fast the last time I used it. It was like a quick tune. If you want to run that TRX, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just kind of doing my thing. Reaper is probably going to jump in. Nope. I think hardly anybody's running the bigger rims on the Lambos. Those are good shifts. Come on. 42. If that was my other card, I probably would have been a 5.3. This is my number 2 car now. This car is my number 1. Slightly different. Yeah, let me grab that TRX real quick. I'll just run you off the trailer. I just want to grab the cars that I wanted to race. I want to see if I can get a good pass out of this thing. Well, I got a 46 actually, so. Alright. My game's a little laggy right now from the stream and whatnot. Alright, we both got 35. I got the oh, he's got the turbo. I gotta turn up my volume. Let's see if I can remember how this runs. Why does mine look like it has bigger wheels on it in the front? Yeah, this car has got just a basic launch, no bump or nothing. Just fast, just like this. Maybe the thing will run 5.4 with a little more. So your 60 is almost there, but your 8th is, you're getting killed on the 8th. Alright, good races. Yeah, you're definitely, your 60 is good. But then after that is where you're losing a lot. Your 1,000-foot speed is about the same. And your top end is faster. So I'm thinking it's somewhere in the gears. Let's see what this is. It says Z28. Looks like he just inched in front of me at the very end. Well, that's what it looked like, but he actually treed me, so. Yeah, the gears that I ended up with this, I just ended up stretching out the gears I already had on it from the tune way back in like version 196 or 8 or whatever it was. And I just stretched out the top end. Yeah, he ain't catching me that time. Got him in the whole shot. It's too bad when you race them, that didn't give you an accurate depiction of where the cars actually are at. See, that was a normal tree. He got a 463, but a horrible tree. His times are all over the place. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I wouldn't call myself a tuner either. I look at YouTube tunes. I get like, basic setups over there. Usually they don't work, but I work off of them, and I make adjustments, because some of the suspensions on these cars you would never figure out, especially in the all-wheel drives and the front-wheel drives. They just have like crazy suspension that you would never even think to do. That I would never figure out. I don't know how someone would even figure it out. So I work off of that, and then if it's something I can work with, then I'll go and I'll try and make adjustments to make the thing work, or I'll just take a car, like all these cars they're buffing. This thing, like I said, I had a tune from I don't know if it was a year ago or something, and I just grabbed the slider, because the cars only used to run like around 242 or 240 something like that. So I just pulled this. Where was it? I pulled it up to the speed that I thought, and then if the first gear works, if it's trying to get that bounce launch, but sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes you really have to screw with the bars in the first gear to get it to do that bounce launch. But this car doesn't even need it. Just kind of minor adjustments. Plus, you kind of get to know like how the car needs to be tuned just from looking at tunes, and what kind of car it is. You know, because a lot of the cars are very similar to tune. Like, especially a lot of these older cars, like this. You know, even this, they're all very similar, like from the base tune. And you just have to figure out first gear and the bars and the weight. Because I think that they clone a lot of these cars from each other, and they have the same basic kind of physics, so you can kind of tell what you need to do to it. Yeah, and I can sometimes get lucky. Someone will come in the stream and they'll just give me a tune. So I'm like, all right. When they see me struggling, and I've had a guy come in the stream and give me a tune before. But I think I'm going to be putting a wrap on this pretty soon. It's kind of getting more dead and dead in the stream. I don't know if it's a game or if it's people are just not all that interested in watching someone play the game anymore. But the fun factor of this game is just lacking. They can throw as many cars at you as they want, and buff cars. I gotta turn my volume down. But I mean, it's just, unless you're on a team, it's lobby racing. It's just the same old wash, rinse, and repeat lobby racing. It's not going to be that great of a pass. Somebody changed their name to bars not included. All right, maybe we'll run this thing one more time. That's going to be our last one. All right, last race, and then we're done. Me and Chips, last race. Why does this car sound so loud? Okay, it looks like it's not going to be Mr. Me and Chips because he left. Or he didn't connect. Either or. Probably still the last race. Let's see if I can shift this thing. Yeah, first came too fast. Sometimes it does that. 47, but could be better. No one out. There's no one else out here though. Let's see if we can get one more. Yeah, that first gear came really quick that time for some reason. See if I can get one more. Me again. He left. Plus, when the person leaves, then that kind of wrecks the way your car runs, I think, too. Yeah, see, look at that first gear was way slow compared to the last one, and I run a 46. So this car is weird. It never runs the same two passes in a row. I don't understand it. All right, so that's it for tonight.